Matt, the first signing of the summer, Brad's a unit, isn't he? What does he bring to the squad?
I think what Brad is, he's proven at this level. Had a really strong end to the season at Boston. And he's someone that pretty much in the early part of the recruitment process was identified as a player that we felt would make us better. I feel he's a player that still has a way to go in the game, and to be part of his journey with him and to help him, I think is a match made in heaven. Look, we moved as quickly as possible with Brad at the end of the season. He obviously had other options, as all the players that we've been speaking to have, but I'm really pleased that we've managed to secure his services. I think that he's a winner. I think that, he is coachable. He's, more importantly, and I'm going to stress this with all of the signings, that he's a really good person. For him to turn up here today with his family, it's really, really, hopefully, the start of what is going to be a good recruitment window for us. It's been difficult. It's taken a bit longer than we would have wanted to get that first signing through the door, but I'm exceptionally happy that it's Brad.
Leading question here. I know you went away on holiday for a week. Do you ever switch off? I don't think you do.
Not really, no. I mean, been back in the training ground now for a few days. I think Steve and I were just talking. We probably speak to each other more than we speak to anybody else at the moment, because there's a lot for us to get on with. Look, we knew there was going to be a big turnover of players this season. And therefore, if that was the case, Steve and I knew that this summer would have to be one where we'd be working when we're off. I don't have a problem with that. I think as a football club, when we meet players, we want to represent who we are. We want players that want to be proud to wear our Solihull shirt. And therefore, can I switch off? There are the odd times. I mean, I put the phone down for a few hours while on holiday, and I think that was the right thing to do. But we all want success at this club. And success is born through, in my opinion, doing the right thing. And if that means coming into work when you've got time off, then that's what it needs to be. I have no issue with that. What I want everybody to be aware of is that we know that we need to sign quality players. But for me, it goes far beyond just what they show on the pitch. We, as a football club, have a strong tradition of developing younger players and then moving on to maybe the EFL or bigger clubs in our league. We aren't the biggest club in the league. We're aware of that, where we sit within the pyramid. I don't think there's any problem in saying that. Every player that comes here, I want them to show a real desire to get this football club where we believe it belongs, and that's in the league above. Now, we're aware that it's going to be extremely difficult. There's some huge clubs in the league this year, but it goes back to the start of the question. We've got to do more. We've got to make sure that we give it everything this season that we can, and that starts as soon as the season finished, because it's really important that we bring the right players into the building, and there's a lot of work that goes on behind the scenes for that. There's been a hell of a lot of work that's gone into signing Brad. We're close with 2 or 3 other players. I've met 4 or 5 different players as well. So what we're trying to do is cover as many bases as possible. But what I will say is I'd urge everybody to be patient, because the players that we're after have different options. So it's going to be a busy sort of 20 to 22 days now from when the players return back into pre-season. Got a lot of planning to go into and a lot of people to meet.